Do you want to learn how to ride a dirt bike like a pro? Well, you're in luck. You found the right channel. Hi, I'm Dakota Freeman, and welcome to the Rad Adventure Dude channel. Here, I post content every Tuesday and Friday on dirt bike riding tips to help you increase your dirt bike riding skills. If that's something that interests you, make sure you hit the subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss out on any of my future dirt bike riding tips. So on this channel, I want to take you from being a complete beginner and take you to an advanced rider able to master the tracks and trails. I already have made a full dirt bike course over on my website that will actually walk you through all these steps as well, but I want to use this channel to be able to connect with you further and actually help you increase your skills on your dirt bike. So, do you want to learn how to ride a dirt bike like a pro? You're in luck. Let's go ahead and dive into it. When we want to learn how to ride a dirt bike, we're going to have to learn a few different things. We're going to, have to know all the controls of the dirt bike. The controls are going to be the throttle, the clutch, and the gear shifter, and we also have a front and a rear brake. These 5 controls are how we're going to get the bike moving and be able to master the tracks and trails. We're going to want to practice using these controls until it's instilled into our riding and we no longer have to think about it. The next part, other than just using the controls, is going to come down to our body positioning. As we develop more skills on our dirt bike, we're going to want to make sure that we always ride in the correct riding position to keep us as safe as possible and to give us as much control over our dirt bikes as possible as well. So it's going to be so important that we master our dirt bike riding position and know what to do with our body in different situations on the dirt bike. Whenever we are talking about riding position, I want to briefly cover what we need to do. We always want to make sure that we are comfortable with having our elbows up and our head should be over the handlebars. This is going to be a great recipe to making sure that we're always in the correct riding position. Whenever we want to start learning how to ride faster, it's going to be very important that we learn how to stand up. When we stand up on the dirt bike, we're going to be standing on the balls of our feet and we're going to be gripping the bike with our knees. This is going to make sure that we have the most control with our lower body over the dirt bike, and with our elbows up and our head still over the handlebars is going to give us the most control with our upper body over the dirt bike as well. So learning the correct riding positions for all the different types of riding we're going to do is going to be huge to making you the best rider you can possibly be. The next part of our riding, if you want to learn how to ride like a pro, is going to be how to corner the fastest way possible. Cornering on our dirt bikes is going to be how we go through the tracks and trails faster than any of the other riders. A lot of the times we're going the same speeds down the straightaways and we're all taking the same lines everywhere we go. So our corner speed is going to be crucial to actually becoming a better, faster, and more confident dirt bike rider. So what do we need to do when we're cornering on our dirt bikes? It's important that we scoot our bodies up to the front of the dirt bike. We almost want to be sitting on our gas cap, so that way we have as much weight forward on the dirt bike as possible. This gives our front tire more traction because it actually has more weight pressing on the front tire. We're then going to always keep our elbows up, and as we dive into the corner, we actually want to lean the bike over to the inside, sticking our inside foot out in front of us to help balance the dirt bike and actually use our upper body to push the bike to the inside and really be able to drive it around the corners. It's going to be so important that when we're learning how to do this, that we're very comfortable with all the controls and that we're already comfortable with standing up and sitting down. It's going to be important that when we are coming into these corners, a lot of the time there's going to be breaky bumps. So we actually want to be standing as we're coming into these corners. Then, once we get in the corner, we can actually sit down when we're ready to apply throttle again. And as soon as you're coming out of the corner, you already want to be standing back up for the smoothest ride possible. So make sure you really practice these dirt bike cornering techniques so you can really learn how to ride a dirt bike like a pro. The next thing I want to cover when we're learning how to ride a dirt bike like a pro is going to be how we shift our weight around on the dirt bike. The way we shift our weight from forward to back or side to side is going to be huge to how we can actually manipulate the dirt bike and control it the best way we possibly can. When we shift our weight forward on the front wheel, we're putting more weight on the front wheel, giving it more traction when we're going around a corner. And if we get our body weight on the back of the dirt bike, it's actually going to put more weight on the back wheel, giving us more traction whenever we're trying to accelerate on the dirt bike. We can also do the same with our body weight side to side. So if we weight our foot pegs differently, we can actually help drive the bike to one side or the other, being able to actually corner the dirt bike without even having to move your handlebars. So when we're learning how to shift our weight from side to side on the foot pegs, we're simply going to just be able to press with our toes on the foot pegs. You'll feel this as you're learning it, and you'll actually feel the bike wanting to turn side to side as you increase weight on either foot peg. These are going to be great ways to manipulate your dirt bike and actually get the most traction and control out of your bike as well. When you're coming through a corner and you want to get more traction, your front foot's going to be out in front of you. So we can actually use our outside foot peg to really drive our body weight into that foot peg, and this is going to increase the traction you have over both of your tires. So as you're wanting to learn to ride a dirt bike like a pro, you're going to really have to develop a good sense on how to move your body weight around to get the best control possible. Is this video already helping you learn how to ride a dirt bike like a pro? Well, make sure you like this video and drop some comments down below and ask me any other questions that you have. If you're looking for any dirt bike lesson in particular, go through my channel and find the video. I've already covered a ton of different topics, and I can help you more specifically on what you're looking for. All you have to do is just search for the video. And if you can't find it, drop a comment down below and tell me what you're wanting, and I'll definitely make a video specifically for you. So as we're learning to ride our dirt bike and we want to ride like a pro, we need to know how to ride in the smoothest way possible. The smoother you can ride your dirt bike, it's actually going to make it much easier for you, and you're going to have more control. The smoother you ride, the longer you can actually ride for as well without getting as fatigued on your body. So it's going to be very important that when we're learning how to ride a dirt bike, that we learn how to ride the smoothest way possible. To ride the smoothest way possible, we want to make sure that we're standing up on our dirt bike and that we're not sitting down and taking all the abuse that's going through our bike. As you stand up off the dirt bike, you're actually going to have a whole nother suspension through your legs. This way you can now be able to hit bumps and your bike can start to bounce around while your body and especially your head stays still and you're not being affected by it as much. This is going to be very important because the faster you want to go and the more speed you want to carry, the smoother you can keep your body while you're riding. It will actually provide you with a much more control over the dirt bike and keep you much safer as well. If your body's getting bounced around, it's very easy to get bounced into a situation that's not good to be into. But if you keep your head and body still and you use your legs as another shock absorber, you can actually be able to hit the roughest sections out on the tracks and trails without even having your head bobble. This is how the pros get through these whoop sections, jumping sections, and the art of Supercross the way they do. They can keep their upper body so still no matter what the bike is actually doing. And this is why they are so good at what they do. So as you see, riding smooth is actually going to be huge to making you a better rider. The next thing that I want to cover on how to ride smooth is going to be how to wheelie through certain sections of the tracks and trails. If there's a section that has a bunch of bumps on it, being able to pick your front wheel up and wheelie through these bumps and to be able to hit either every other bump or to completely skip these bumpy sections is going to be how we ride our bike the smoothest way possible. As we're doing this, we're also going to learn how to ride faster naturally, because as you're making this bumpy section smoother, you're naturally going to ride faster through this section. So how do we actually use the throttle and the controls to pick the front wheel up and actually wheelie through these sections? Well, as you're coming into this section in the proper gear, you can actually just turn on the throttle a little bit more and lift up on your handlebars. This combination of lifting up on the handlebars and applying throttle is actually going to help you pick your front wheel up and wheelie through this section. To do this, I find it easier to do this whenever you're in the middle range of your gear. You don't want to be at a super low point and you don't want to have the gear all wound out. You really want to be right in the meat of the power, as we would call it. And as you turn the throttle on, it's really going to increase the acceleration that you have using the motor to actually pick the wheel up, making it as easy as possible. So make sure you add this into your tips as you're wanting to learn to ride a dirt bike like a pro, and make sure you go check out all my other videos that I have as well. If you find something you're looking for and I haven't made it yet, make sure you just drop a comment down below and ask me, and I'll make it specifically for you. I really hope this channel helps you, guide you in the right way of your dirt bike journey, and take you from a beginner rider all the way to an advanced rider mastering the tracks and trails. Rad family, I'm so proud of you for taking this time to become a better dirt bike rider and really investing into your dirt bike riding. If this video helped you, make sure you like this video and drop some comments down below and ask me any other questions that you have. If you're still looking for more dirt bike riding tips, I'm always here. I've made a full dirt bike riding course over on my website that'll walk you through being a complete beginner and take you to an advanced rider mastering the tracks and trails. You can also find all my rad merch over there as well. Make sure you hit the subscribe button that's right here and ring the bell so you don't miss out on any of my future dirt bike riding tips. After that, you can watch my next video right here. Stay rad, and I'll see you guys over there.